All right, y'all. You know what time it is. Peanut butter Jasmy time. Before we begin, I want to ask you something. I've been playing around with OBS here. Do you like this look better where you can see like the whole screen? It's kind of what I've been going with. Just stay out of your way. Besides, I don't like my face all up in your business. But I did get this layout too. I'm all up in your face. I don't know if I like that, but just want to throw it out there. Which layout do you guys prefer? Green screen with everything seen behind, or the other layout? I'm not going to jump back there. I don't like it. But if I get lots of votes the other way, I guess I'll consider it. Jasmy. All right. So we had a little bit of a pump on the 29th. Let's see, that was 2 days ago. Didn't get quite to where I was hoping. I'm going to move this arrow because where I was hoping that we would get for you guys, I wasn't in this trade. I'll be quite clear about that. Was to this 5.9 cents mark. All right. So we had a little bit of a pump. Now, honestly, if I was in this trade, I probably would have sold because we were so close to that 5.9 cents. And I would have, dumped out. You got to get what you can take in this market right now. The bears are in full force, and so if you can get an 8% pump on any coin, um, and besides that, you see the record here. Uh, Basically 5 for 6 right now. Now, I do have this big old red arrow here. I totally missed this big move from 11 cents all the way up to um, 34, 35 cents. I've been quite clear about that all along. However, the rest of this is good. Nearly 100% here on the first trade, nearly 100% here. Lost this one, so I've got it denoted 2 out of 3. Uh, did this one here. I think that was about 20% for me. 10% pump or so here for 4 out of 5. And then this last little pump, it looks small, but it was close to 8%, 8 or 9%. And if it was me, I probably would have traded out. Now I've got some subscribers that are constantly in this trade and in and out, and they held on this one. We like to get our 10% with Stu Dalmas trades, and that's typically when I trade out. Jasmy is a little bit more precarious because it is, it's a newer coin. There's to Coinbase at least, and there's not a lot of price history. I don't know how comfortable I feel holding this one for a longer term, so I'm constantly in and quickly out as soon as I get that little pump. But you all are asking me about Jasmy again, so I'm going to provide a little bit of an update. Really, guys, this is all about Bitcoin at this point. So we got to jump over to Bitcoin and look at the price action here. And if you watch today's update, I provided you that this is interesting and bullish. We have broken to the upside of this downtrending um, trend line on the RSI. Coinciding with that, we've broken to the upside of the purple downtrending trend line. All right. We haven't confirmed that yet today on Bitcoin. I gotta figure out which camera I'm looking at. Um, but it's a good sign so far. However, we can go all the way up to 40,869 or higher, somewhere in there, and still this can just be simply a bear flag, indicating further downside action. All right. So we have to watch this closely. And as I've alluded to, and not even alluded, I've stated outright, I'm watching this area real closely. Need some confirmation candles here on the daily, like 2 or 3 closes below this ascending black trend line. That is my line in the sand. We get below that, and I'm looking to offload as much as I can, if I can get the right price, into stablecoin. All right. So I bring this to your attention because this is really what you want to watch for any entries in these areas uh, for your altcoins. All right. And that includes Jasmy. If we break above this purple trend line and confirm, that's also a good sign for altcoins. And I would say you could play any altcoin trade. Whoops. All the way up to that 40,800 or 41,000 area, and watch Bitcoin closely, because that's going to determine, for me, that would determine where I enter and where I exit. All right. If we get a confirmation candle tomorrow above that downtrending purple trend line, now I look to my altcoins for options, entry options. And then I play those altcoins until Bitcoin itself gets up to that 41, anywhere from 40,500 to 41,000 mark. And that's where I exit. All right. It doesn't matter how much the altcoins pump per se. I'd like to get my typical 10% to 15%. That's what I've been getting in this downtrend. And during bull runs, we get obviously much better. I mean, you saw what Jasmy did from 11 cents to 36 cents. So, you can get, there's many coins here on Coinbase that have gotten 100, 200, 300% in one day. Now, you got to be a little bit lucky with that. I can't make that kind of a call. I know a good setup, and I know when something is about to pump by looking at the charts, but I don't know how much it's going to pump necessarily. Yeah, that's one of those where I personally, I play it safer with the altcoins, and I exit as soon as I get my percentage gain. In a bull run, I'll just exit a smaller portion of my portfolio. So if I'm trading Jasmy and we had a 15 to 20% pump, I would exit 25%, maybe wait for it to come back down, re-enter that 25%, up to the next level, I'd exit 50%. That's the way I play it. During these downtrends, as soon as we get 10%, 100% out. All right. And I look for other opportunities. And that's the way I've been preserving my capital during this drawback. All right. Back over to Jasmy again. And let's talk about, in relation to Bitcoin, what we think it's going to do. So, again, everything is looking bearish in the overall indexes. The dollar is looking bullish. The VIX is looking bullish. When those two are both bullish at the same time, indexes, you can be guaranteed, are bearish. And that spills over into our crypto space. So we are overall still bearish. That being said, Jasmy on the Coinbase chart at least doesn't have much more room to go down. I don't have any support levels below 3.9 cents. And then you guys are all on your own. I don't know where it's going to go from there. The positive side is we are still down here on the RSI near oversold territory. All right. So we can still jump down to that 3.9 cents, and pending Bitcoin price action, it may or may not be a good entry. Personally, if I was going to get back into this, and I do have some capital, I have set aside some cash waiting for a good opportunity, I won't get into this unless it's right here at 3.9 cents. All right. That's what I'd be looking to buy at. And I'm definitely not going to tell you what to do. Guys, this is all just entertainment. And Substack subscribers, you can follow me and watch my trades. If you want to do what I want to do, that's up to you. But I'm never going to tell anybody what to do with their money. I'm just saying this is what I would do. 3.9 cents is where I'd look to re-enter into this trade. And then from that point, look, you've got this downtrending triangle that can go all the way through, pretty much past mid-February. And that's where I'm calling for Bitcoin to end its bear drawback. Somewhere around mid-February at this point is what it's looking like. It could trick me and take off, and I am positioned long for that to happen. However, I'm more cautious at this point with how much I want to be positioned long, because we are in this bearish downtrend, which is very much looking like, you know, Bitcoin could still break down and go to that 20 to 24,000 mark. I don't know that the bears have enough strength to get there. $30,000 seems to be where they just run out of steam. And this happened in May. This happened again just recently. And so I don't know that the bears have enough steam to get down to 20 to 24,000. But if we jump back over to Bitcoin, and forgive me for doing this, guys, but it is all about Bitcoin at this point. All right, this bull or this bear flag right here. All right, I'm going to zoom out first, and I'm going to show you. This is our head and shoulders. It is playing out. We're only halfway there. We have found very good support. This trend line I've talked about in my updates is almost 2 years old, and it has provided either resistance or support depending upon what side we've been on. For the last year, we have been on the upside of this, and it has definitely proved to be very strong support. All right, we came back down, hit this, and just could not. And look how big the bounce was after we hit this trend line. All right, that is just proving how significant and how much the market respects this particular trend line. So to take us below that line would take a lot of bear strength. And then at that point, I'd be willing to bet, we could possibly break that 30,000 mark. I think it's going to take more geopolitical events in our global space to propel us there, but that could happen. You got all sorts of foolishness taking place. Uh, you know, Stupid humans doing stupid things and shooting each other and killing each other, and wars and rumors of wars and everything else going on. It's kind of chaotic, and that causes a lot of fear, and rightfully so. But that definitely could take us a little bit lower. And if there was enough fear generated through those type of news stories and narratives being purported on the media, um, we definitely could go all the way down to that 20 to 24,000. All right, so we really need to be cautious about our entries, and I will not enter any altcoins at all if we are down in this area until we get down. I got to see what the price action looks like at 30,000. If we sit on that, then maybe. If we sit on that and do another bear flag, I know we're dropping to 20, 24,000. And that's where I'm looking to enter into all the altcoins that I can find for the best prices with my cash capital that I have set aside. All right, so that is why I keep bringing you back to Bitcoin. It's all about what Bitcoin does. I can't just look at a Jasmy chart and say, "Oh, enter here," and it's going to go. During a bull run, it's easier to do that kind of thing. That was this 5 cent call was easy. This was an easy call because we were in a bullish run. All right, but it's harder to do with these drawbacks. And personally, I would wait to 3.9 cents, and I would pair that up with where Bitcoin is. If we're on the top side of that black trend line, maybe I enter. We're on the bottom side and we're at 3.9 cents, definitely not. All right, so that is my update on Jasmy. Enjoy. Peace.